Hi there. Today I'm going to share with you my favorite classroom management tool called Class Dojo. As you can see, it's available on the web, which is what I have projected in my classroom almost at all times of the day. And then I also have it on my classroom iPad that I carry around with me, and I have it on my phone as well. So, as you can see, you can click to sign up if you don't already have an account. I already have an account and I've logged in on this computer before, so it remembers me. So I just go ahead and click on that. Here on your homepage, you'll see I have a picture of myself. I am my school's Class Dojo mentor, so I have some extra PD resources and that kind of thing. As you scroll down, you'll see your school. You can click on there, see other teachers that are linked to Class Dojo at your school, and any students or parents that are connected. If you scroll down a little further, you'll see your classes. There's always a demo class, which is nice because you can go in, try different things with students and with points, and it kind of gives you some time to play with some different things and kind of figure it out or try something before you do it to another in a class to another student. Because as I'll share later, the information you put into Class Dojo can be shared with parents. So as you can see, I also have a Fabulous Firsties and a Radical Readers. I've gone back and forth, and I used to have one for math, reading, science, social studies, all the different times I had my kids. This is what I've discovered works best for me because I do have my first graders most of the day and we ability group for reading, so I have my first graders and then all the extra students I get. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want to add a class, you just click here, you label it. There's all kinds of pictures. If you are to be a specials teacher or a band teacher or a coach and you wanted to incorporate this, you can pick whatever picture seems fitting, label it, select the grade level. I always just went with what I had the most of. So for my reading, I have it as a second grade level because I have mostly second graders. And then you would hit add class. But I'm going to show you in our demo class a little bit about what it is. So this is what the screen that is projected on my whiteboard almost all day long, so the kids can continually see how many points they have and kind of where they stand. There's lots of different theories about what you can do with these points. Basically, the way that I do it, as long as my student's bubble is green, they're good to go, everybody's happy. When it gets down into the red is when we start having issues, or I have friends staying after and that kind of thing. So you can click on a name and it pops up with positives such as on task, participating, working hard, or needs work. Off task, talking out of turn, unprepared. So let's say that I've clicked on Bradley and he's on task, he's working, and I want him to know that I know that. All I have to do is click on that. It makes a little dinging sound, which you can turn off. I usually have my sound off because that sound can be a little distracting. And now, as you can see, Bradley has 2 points. Let's say my friend Cameron Diaz was talking out of turn. Maybe she was talking to her neighbor while I was talking, and I want to prove a point to her. I would take a point, makes that sound. I like that it doesn't say a name. It just shows that the point was missing. The students know to look at their bubble, and now she's gray. If she were to talk out again, she'd lose a point, and now she's in the red. As I said, there's many different opinions and views on how teachers handle those kinds of things. You kind of have to think about what your school's theories are and what your personal theories are, and go from there. Looking back at these skills are editable. So as you can see, it comes with on task, participating, and working hard. You can create more. You get to pick. There's all kinds of different pictures. You can label it literally whatever you want, and you can make the point value worth whatever you want. In my own personal classroom, I have as a positive, I added helping others. I kept the on task and participating and working hard, and then I added raising a quiet hand because that's a big skill in first grade, teamwork, and I believe that is all. When we go to the needs work section, I changed these around a little bit. Our behavior management system at my school, we have a red card room and we have an in-school suspension room, which I believe is a little different than most schools have available to them. So my students lose a point for going to the red card room, and then they lose 2 points if they go to the in-school room. I also have as -1 point is off task, hands on, so pushing, shoving, any of that. We use what we call a peace chair. So that's one of my negative or my needs works areas, and talking and unprepared. So you can choose how you want to do it. You can do it points, negative points, positive points, no points at all. Really easy to modify it and make it fit your needs and your students' needs. So, quickly down at the bottom, you can easily take attendance. Click on them. Let's say Bradley's not here today. I'm going to click on him, save my attendance. And then if I ever were to want to give a whole class point, it won't give it to Bradley because he's absent today, which saves you a lot of time when you want to just quickly give, oh my goodness, everybody's on task, here you go. Selecting multiple is another thing that saves you a lot of time. Let's say 3 of my friends or 2 of my friends are doing a really good job, they're staying on task. I just clicked on select multiple, clicked on their names, hit give feedback, and then you can provide that feedback there. Another important feature is to view their reports. So you can see as a class, 78% of the time were positives. 2 times that we lost points were for talking out. You can go look at individual circles. So Bradley's is 100%. Cameron's only at 50% today, and you can scroll down and see what they specifically lost points for. This, a lot of times, is helpful when you are talking about behavior. Maybe your child's on an IEP and they ask, their special education teacher asks how they're doing in school, and you kind of have a hard time remembering. This is a pretty good grasp of how they're doing in terms of behavior. And there's all different kinds of, you can change it to this week, today, yesterday, last month, all time. Pretty awesome, quick view. And I've even gone over showing my students what this looks like. And it's a quick way for them to look and see where they are in terms of positives and what needs work. One of the most important things that I think I need is this settings tab. It allows you to edit your class, so add students or take students out. As I said, there is a parent component to this, so you can send this class to the parents of these students, and the parents will be able to get in there and see how their student's doing. You can send messages back and forth. They even have this thing called stories, which is kind of almost like a Facebook page. You can post pictures and things about what's going on in your classroom. Students can connect. The reset bubbles is the one I use the most, because at the end of the day, we always talk about how every day is a new day and you start with a clean slate. So at the end of every day, I reset their bubbles. You can do it individually if you want to. I just hit select all, reset bubbles, and they start fresh. Like I said, I do clear them off every day, but I do write down how many points they get each day. As I said, it's just the best system for me. You kind of need to go through and figure out what works best for yourself and your students. That is the quick version of all that Class Dojo has to offer. There's so much more. If you have any questions, let me know. The website is very user-friendly, as you can see. Dig around. And I'm pretty sure you'll find everything that you could ever want right here on this website in terms of classroom management. I hope you enjoyed.